Okay. Practice following instructions. Okay. Listen for key verbs and sequencing words. Pay close attention to the action words and transition words to understand the steps and the order. Okay? Ask for clarification. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You can say, "What do I do next?" Or is this right? To check your understanding and perform the action. If you're following instructions for a physical task, try to perform the action as you hear it described. This helps reinforce the meaning of the words. Okay. This video demonstrates a conversation when one person, the truck driver, okay, is giving you instructions. You can ask for clarification on instructions. Okay. You can use a real life situation like this one here I'm about to perform. Practice giving directions from your home to a nearby place you know well. You can also follow a receipt in English or give instruction for assembling a small object. In this particular case, okay, we are going to see this truck driver is okay, we are practicing how to make the shifts, okay, gear shifts in a Mack truck. Okay, are you ready? Okay. Okay. I'm not a trucker, but I play one on you. Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to America. Coming to you live from the cab of the one and only Deputy Dog. I'm going to answer a question I got from a few folks, and that is, what's the deal with the two-stick, six-speed transmission? So what this is a TRLX MACK 107. They made 4 different models of this transmission, but basically there's two. There's 2 models, and then each of those models could also be an air shift model. So instead of having 2 sticks, it has a knob on here for switching the ranges and reverse and all that stuff. So basically what it is it's a 5-speed transmission. 5 on this stick, the one that's closer to the driver, I guess you'd say, the driver's side. And then there's a second one over here, and this is where you select high, low, and reverse. A lot of people think that because it has a high and a low and a 5-speed, including me, the first time I drove one of these, which was the airshift model and an RD, I thought it was a 10-speed, but it's not. It's a 5-speed. When you put it in low, you're only supposed to run it in first gear. The purpose of that is like if you have a heavy load, you're coming out of a field, or if you were using it as a ready-mix truck off-road like that. And you can't really split the gears because the way they are arranged. So first gear low is the lowest ratio, and then you could go in low range on this stick, you could go to second, but that gear ratio is pretty much exactly the same as first gear and high range. The other thing is the way the shafts are inside the transmission, you're not supposed to run the range box, I guess you call it, the compound side of the transmission faster in any gear higher than first, because it's not meant to spin at a higher speed than that. So what you're supposed to do is, if you're going to use the low range, you put it up into low, put it in first, and then leave the main 1 through 5 in first, and then from there you put it down into direct from low, and then you just shift it like a 5-speed after that. And I've never hauled anything with this truck yet because it's still a work in progress. I've never used the low. It's kind of a bitch to get it out of low, to be honest, when there's no weight behind it because it's so low. But so that's the basic deal on this transmission. Like I said, there's two models. There's a TR LX or TR. I'll post a picture here of the two models, and one just has a lower first gear, a really deep first, and then the other model is has a not as deep of a low for on the compound side. And then both of those models, in later years, there's an A in the part number, I think, or the model number, and that just means it's an air shift. So it has one shifter and it has a knob on here. So basically this transmission, the compound side, is a switch on the deal.
Thank you for listening to these directions on a truck driver. Okay, explaining how to change gears using the two shift sticks that are split. Thank you.